Hey, I think we're live. Sorry about that. Totally missed it. Hey, everybody, it's Erin Reed Makes. Sorry about the delay in getting going. I'll explain in a minute. But today we are going to do a really fun interactive card called See You in the Center. It is pretty cool. So this is a couple of the prototypes, and we're going to get a little more into the minute about it, but it is a die from TLC Designs, and we're going to learn how to make this super cool interactive card where the two little elements meet in the center, which is so cool. So let me flip around and let's get started. Okay, so this is the really cool die. I absolutely love it. Let me switch so we can see comments. Here we go, here we go. So again, so sorry about the delay. My mic didn't want to pick up. I couldn't get sound, and that would have not been fun. So it was just a craziness. So we're doing our normal card making Wednesdays, and this is one of the companies that I promoted and we chatted about on Sunday. Yes, Sunday. So this is TLC Designs, and we had a big giant booth tour. And as a heads up, there is a few fun things that are coming up, and I'll explain them as we get later on into the week. So, or into this episode, sorry, into our series. I think we're on episode 106 or 7 of Card Making Wednesday. So it's really, really cool. All right, so what we have right here, and please tell me if anybody can tell me, do I sound really loud today? Earlier today, I thought I sounded really, really loud. How is my sound? Am I really because I talk louder when I'm live. And yes, I have a super, super busy week. It's been crazy here. I'll switch around. It has been a bananas of a week, but it is so much fun. And you can see the top of my, there. Oh, I'm going to make this fall off. My camera's all screwed up. It's been a crazy week, but it has been so, so much fun. So thank you everybody who's joined me and had a blast. Sorry, I think I'm getting, oh, there we go. Different connection. My phone just buzzed for a minute. So it has been super blast. Thank you guys for coming. And just as a heads up, there is another booth tour tomorrow coming with another company, another one on Friday. And then on Saturday, I have my new series launching, which is called Erin Makes With, and it's a ton of fun. And it's with TLC Designs. She's my very first guest on this particular show. And I have companies and designers and illustrators lined up through September. So every episode is a new guest that's going to come on and talk about their amazing products, and we craft together, and it's going to be a ton of fun. So stay tuned for this. It'll be Saturday is our first episode at noon. Ooh. All right, let's get back to card making. Okay, I'm clear and not too loud. Yes, that's what I'm aiming for. I've been trying to get the sound better, so I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so here we have her See You in the Center. This is a really, really cool die here, and this is what it does. It sees you in the center, right? Here's another one, and these are all with her new stamps that she just released. This is an older stamp set that she has. It's a digital stamp. They're super cute, and these ones are older too, but this one's new. So what I have done, I'm going to use another one of her stamps, is I've put together basically like the bones of it. So this is what it looks like kind of behind the scenes before you start adding all the pieces to it. So you get this really cool die and you kind of look at it and go, oh my God, what the heck do I do? So I'm going to break it down for you. We're going to make this super, super simple. So that way it's very easy to understand how this whole thing works. So there's some main pieces. And don't worry, we're going to put one together. I'm just going to kind of let you know about the bits and pieces of it all. And I'm not even using all of it. So if you notice, I did this on a square card, but the other ones are here. They've done them on the shape, and this is the shape. So not only do you get the actual See You in the Center part of it, but you also get a couple of really cool outside frame shapes, which I think is really awesome. The owner is a wonderful lady, and she walked me through some issues late last night. Oh, that's awesome. So are you talking about this company? That's great, because TLC Designs is awesome. Okay. So you can use the frame that they're giving you, and that's what all 3 of these cards are. They're using the frame, but I wanted to show you if you just wanted to create a typical A2 size rectangular card, that's what we're making today. So not having to do the fancy shape, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. They're totally cool. It's the same premise. You cut the same amount of pieces of paper and stuff, except instead of doing it in a rectangle, you cut it in the shape. So you could really, truly do it with any shape you want. So we have some pieces here, and I'm going to pull all the pieces out that you're going to need. And okay, now, If you notice there's 2 of these pieces, that is to create this border right here, which I've already cut on this particular card. So this is the one we're going to create today. So what I've done so far, just to kind of catch you up, is I've taken, there's 2 lengths. If you notice, there's a longer one and a shorter one. So the longer one is the one I use because I was going horizontal in my card. Sorry, Keita. I love that she's got the double-sided tape because I just put everything back on there like it's a magnet. It's great. So I used a longer one. And what I have here is I've taken regular cardstock, and I'm going to show you the trick when we die cut a couple of these, but I've done most of the die cutting, so we're not wasting a ton of time die cutting. And I've done 2 layers of paper here. So I just took 2 sheets that I cut down to fit on an A2 size card, glued them together, and then I die cut them together. I just find that easier than trying to die cut them independently, making sure that they line up perfectly. This to me was just so much easier. And it's one and done, one die cut run through. Then I took this little piece right here, and when you die cut this, it leaves a little impression, so you know exactly where to put that. For this one, when I did this one, I actually got out my big bite, but you could also do a really small hole punch. If it was low enough down, my hole punch is not fitting through here, so it wouldn't, but if it was a lower section, I totally would do that. So when would you use the shorter one? Well, what if you were doing a card that was vertical? You don't want to have it be too wide because then you're going to run off the edge of your paper. That's too wide for your little guys to run back and forth. So that's when you use the shorter one, when you're going to do a shorter or a narrower card, right? So wider card, wider one, narrower card, narrower one. That's relationship. Then you put little punch because you got to be able to put your punch. And I'm going to go ahead, and I have so many blinking brads, it's not even funny. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my brad in just so I don't forget. And these are just little tiny ones. I know that people have asked, like, what kind? You don't want any, so tiny brads. This is what we're looking for here. You don't want any that have super high domed pieces. You don't want to have brads that have big gems on top because they're going to get in the way. You want brads that are as flat headed as they possibly could be. Sorry, I got ink on my fingers earlier today. So doesn't matter the color, you're not going to see them. So I'm just going to put this in here for now, just so I don't forget that, hey, I need a brad there because I did that earlier. I'm telling you the tips and tricks that I made a mistake on. I would love it also if you guys gave me a thumbs up and a heart. And we are also simultaneously broadcasting on TLC Designs on her Facebook page. So if you're coming from my site, Erin Reed Makes, you can definitely go check out TLC Designs, and vice versa. If you're on TLC Designs, come check me out, Erin Reed Makes. I would love it. Okay. The next part you need, if you're looking here, there's some little pieces here. So there's 2 little things, which it looks like, look. There it is. There's that little guy right there. Okay, flip it over. I already popped out of this up just to show you how this would all function. Okay, you also need the same piece on the back side. So in case you forget and you're just like, I don't want to rewatch this video, that's a lot of stuff to watch. There is instructions on the back for all of this. That's my door coming in and out. No, you're not too late. You're good. You're good. So you get this little die, and you need to die cut out 8 of these, right? So here we go. Oops, that's the same one. These guys, and I'm going to show you how you can get away with only having to do 4 because you stick the paper together before you die cut it. It's that simple. It's that easy. So I have a sheet of paper here, and I have my nice big scissors. Boop, boop, boop. And I'm going to take my tape runner, and I'm going to stick sticky all over it because I do not want to have these things pull apart. You could also have it, oh, you're going to have to watch this again. Totally fine. Watch away. I don't mind if you get me more watch time. Thumbs up on that one. Just kidding. No, if you need to watch this, that's kind of the point why we wanted to do this video, was to really show you how to put this together in as easy to understand instructions as possible, because this is a complicated card, but it's not, if that makes sense. So it's very, very doable. I love that the ease of this card is very doable. So once you've stuck your 2 sheets of paper together, that's when I stick my die on there, and that's when I die cut it. You also need, if you look on here, you need 4 total of this shape right here, and that's what this is right here. Okay, and the reason why you want to double these up is it just gives your paper a little bit more strength. So if you think about it, you're making a mechanism. You're actually creating like a gear mechanism here that's movable. And if you do it in too light a weight of paper, it's not going to work. It's going to feel flimsy. So if you just stick a couple of sheets of paper together, it makes it even that much more stronger. So just a little bit of adhesive, and I just want to show you. So now I've got my pieces, and I already did it. I already made the other 3 of these, and I made the other one of this already. So this was just the last little bit that we had to do together, just to show you how fast and easy. And it's exactly how I die cut this. I put the 2 sheet paper with the adhesive, stuck the die on it, and die cut it. So we'll run this through. We have so many people on. Welcome. Sorry, I need to put some WD-40 on that thing because it is squeaky as all get out. Man, squeaker-thon. All right, so now we got to pop these out. That's what the tool's for, to help me. This is why I do all the die cutting ahead of time, because I suck about getting these things out of here. I'm like, okay, there it is. There it is. That, I think I've had too much caffeine today because I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm so tired. So on top of all the video content I've been doing, I've also been going to having meetings. I've been getting clients set. Oh, there goes the dog. He's got to whine and whine and whine. Hey guys, can you help take the dog out, please? So he's not a big whiny baby on my show. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. So my dog sees, you probably have heard me say this before. My dog sees, so just heads up, my window is like right there, right? And my dog can, oh, and the dog just, oh, it is like chaos in my house right now. Okay, you need to get Major. Okay. I can't. I'm live. No, I can't. I'm sorry, guys. It's just like mass chaos. You're going to have to, okay. There's a lost dog that previously we have found and has made her way. She just made her way back to our house. And my dog just went out the back door and it's like, whoo, here. It is total life right now. My kids have got it. They're on spring break. My kids are not tiny. I've got an 8, 11, and a 15-year-old. They're going to take care of the crazy. So we're chugging along. I'm tuning it out. I'm tuning it out. Anyway, so apparently my dog wanted to go see the dog that they've met before, and maybe they'll just go camp out in the backyard for a while. Okay, back to card making. Here we go. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. So now that we have all these little pieces cut out, and I've totally lost my train of thought here. They're all doubled up, giving them more strength. We also have this piece, and I did the exact same thing. I glued 2 sheets of paper together, I die cut it out, and that's for this piece. And this is the mechanism right here that goes back and forth, okay? So you need 4 of these little guys, 2 of these guys, and 1 of those all doubled up. The last thing you're going to need, and truly, you will get to use this thing over and over and over. So I'm going to totally get the wine. Let me tell you, it is a wine day. Why don't you guys go put them both in the backyard, and I'll text the dad.
She ran off.
Well, there was another one?
Yeah.
Now we have a random dog in our house. Oh, what was her name again?
I don't remember. Amy?
I don't know. Another dog in the house. Why don't you go put her in the backyard? Let her have some water and go put her in the backyard. Call her and she'll follow you. Yeah. Yeah, we have a nice random dog in our house now. Moonshine is better. Woohoo! Just life with kids, and yes, and a spare dog. And the spare dog that decided to come back after we rescued her once before. So apparently she likes it at our house because we've not, like, we found her running around out in front of we live in a cul-de-sac. We found her running around out in the cul-de-sac and just put both dogs in the backyard. Our dog and that dog, put them both. Where is our dog? Okay, so now they can go play in the backyard. We'll be good. Sorry about the crazy. True reality, let me tell you. Okay, shh. Can you guys shh? All right, it's cool. They'll be in the backyard. They'll have yeah, okay. Crazy. Sorry about this, guys. I'm truly, truly sorry. It's like bananas around here. She wanted to come and chill in the pool. It's totally true. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces. Let's look about how to assemble this guy, right? Okay, so we have all of this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to take, oh, I was telling you about the tool. So this is a little tool piece, and that tool piece is in here. And I got a tip from TLC Designs that you actually want to do it with 3 sheets of paper. So I glued 3 sheets of this cardstock together. And when I'm done, I'm literally just going to put the little tool back in here to use for any time I use this die in the future. Okay, so first step, put them both in the backyard.
there's a second dog.
The third.
Okay, can you guys just,
Come on.
now the dogs are fighting. Leave Major in here. Go put Major in the backyard, please. Thank you. Crazy Bill. Okay. I think we've got it handled now. So now we're going to put this together. I am so sorry about this, guys. We're going to take our first little guy here, and we're going to put this through, and we're going to run it through to the back. Now, before we assemble the whole thing, we got to put the other one. And as Tammy has so eloquently said, paper on paper slides better than paper against metal. Okay, so if you look here, there's this piece in the front, which I just did, and then there's also the same one. It's kind of hiding back there, and it just makes this whole mechanism slide a whole lot easier. Okay, sorry about all this, guys. Then this is where the tool comes in. If you put your brad too tight together, oh, I messed up a part. Okay, hang on. There's a step I forgot. Okay. When we're going to assemble our card, this is the part that I screwed up last time too. So I'm glad with all the chaos, I totally forgot to do this. This is going to be a background. I want to cover up this brad. So when I die cut this sheet of paper, which was double, I also put this third sheet on top, and I just put some washi tape on there and held it in place so it lined up perfectly. So before I start assembling all the sliding pieces, I'm going to put this one down first. So now add my adhesive, and it just covers up that little brad. Now, if you don't care about seeing the brad, no big deal. And now I've got a nice little border, right? So just to show you, that's what this one's done. So as you open it up, you can't tell the brad is there, right? It's hiding. If you look at this one, same thing. There's a piece of paper because the brad is hiding underneath the sheet. And then this one, you just see the brad, no big deal. So you could totally leave the brad, and as the card closes, you really don't see it. It does not matter. Okay, so but now my brad is completely covered, and I have this really cute scene. I'm also going to go in and I'm going to add this little piece down here before I get all too much involved. So I'm going to add my adhesive, and this is from one of the other die sets that she has. Dogs and kids are super crazy and fun, let me tell you. So this is the grass, and this is from the Land and Sea dies. So I just took some light green right here, and I cut out as much as high as I wanted, and then I put the die on there and I die cut it out. And then I took the stamp, and the stamp, it says, "I hope you agree," because we're going to finish the sentiment on the inside. And that came from the stamp set right here, and it says, "I hope you agree." This is from the Celebrate stamp set. So I just love the kind of the play on words. And then when we get inside, it says, "It's not summertime until the crickets sing." So we're going to put a little cricket on the inside as well. So now we have the grass, and it's just the mushrooms. And I liked the mushrooms. I think this came from a Die Cuts with a View set, because when you look at the stamp set we're going to use, which are these cutie little guys, I love them. They're so adorable. It had little mushrooms in there, and then that inspired me. And as soon as I saw this paper, I was like, bingo, we can put the two together and we're all good. Okay, so now I've got this part set. Now we're going to assemble the mechanism of the card. So I put this one here, flip it over, and I grab my other little piece. There we go. And then now we use the tool. The purpose of the tool is to make sure, now we're back to where we were a second ago, now that I've put the stuff on the front, is we are going to use the tool to make sure we don't make our brad too tight. If you put this without the tool, remember this was 3 pieces of paper thick, then you might actually make your brad too tight. And I just use my fingers. You could use whatever you like. And then it won't slide. Remember, we want it to slide nice and easy, not too tight. And then you pull your tool out, and this should slide for you nice and easy. No problems, right? Nice and easy, lemon squeezy. Do the same thing to the other side. Again, it doesn't matter what color brad you're going to use because it's going to get covered up. Don't worry about that. And my dog is like super upset that he's stuck in the backyard and he doesn't get his attention because they're trying to track down the other dog that got loose. So here we have our other little piece. So if you hear barking in the background, it's my dog having a total FOMO moment. Fear of missing out. That's our dog. He's the fear of missing out kind of a dog. So now we're going to open this up again, make sure it's not too tight. We do want to push it down, but the tool is allowing you to push really hard and tight. Put her in the backyard. Take her straight. Put her all in the backyard. There we go. And then remove the tool. There we go. And then now we have these two free floating pieces. We're going to connect it to this big one in a minute. All right. So for right now, here we go. Free floating, guys, right? Okay. Now we have to decide where on here. Oh, now we have another dog. We have.
Luna. It's your sister. No, Major's outside, and I don't want her.
Please take the dogs in the backyard. Okay. Thank you very much.
Mom, can you stand over with them?
Okay. I want to be able to see this. And just to show you, this is my card base. So I took an A2 size card that's white and put a card base on here. And I want to be able to see. And let the chaos ensue. I figured out earlier, I'm just going to talk through it because at this point, that's all I can do. I figured out earlier that the third one is the perfect height for me. And I went ahead and already put the stamp on here. Hey guys, seriously, in the backyard, please. Everybody in the backyard. It's like, okay, we have two dogs that are lost that are my kids very nicely have taken in. And one of them is the same dog that has run away in the past. Now we have the sister that goes with her. And I'm trying to get all of them. I think they're in the backyard now. I mean, we have a big enough backyard that they'll just run around and be fine. So hopefully all things are good. And then I'll deal with the chaos as soon as this is all over. Just to give you a heads up. So the little arrow right here is this arrow right here. Okay. So that's all I needed to do was just stamp that on there. This little arrow around here is also if you wanted to do one of her other interactive dies, but then you also get all these other ones: push, slide, open, press, shake, pull, lift, really cool interactive pieces that are perfect for that. Okay. So now we have this piece. And like I said earlier, it fit perfectly with the center. Now, there's a tip to this. You don't want to use the very last one or the very first one, depending on how you look at it, because you have to be able to put the brads on either side of this. So the one you're going to use and then where you're connecting them goes on either end. So that's where these guys come in. And if you're not sure how to put this whole part together, there's instructions. There's instructions. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece here and I'm going to match. I'm going to run the brad. I need you to please just wait until I'm done. You guys play the dogs in the backyard until I'm done. Okay?
Can I call them?
Can you wait until I'm done, please? Thank you very much. Okay, so now I've got the first one on there and it's matching. Chaos in the house. Now it's matching. Oh, I put this on the wrong side. Oops. There's a reason why it's here. It goes like this. There we go. No, I had it right. No, you know what? Truthfully, Tammy, maybe you can tell me. I had it so that when you see the back side, you actually see these pieces because this is like, oops, I need to flip this over because my arrows are on the wrong side. So I don't know if it matters which side. You could put this on this side or this side. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, but maybe Tammy can tell me. I did it with these on this way, so I think it works just fine. And now my brad doesn't want to go in the hole. Don't get a headache over it. Well, I appreciate it. Because it's like crazyville around here. All right, and I'm going to use my little tool again. Oh, this is the hardest part, is getting these little brads in. I feel like the ability for my hands to do tiny little minuscule work has gotten harder and harder over the years as I've gotten older. And I'm not old, but still, it's like really fine, delicate stuff. So again, we just want to use the tool to make sure it's not too tight because we want this piece right here to be movable, right? It's not as big of a deal. That one's not super important. Now we're going to do this other one. So take this other brad right here and go in here and slide this through. There we go. It's a little better than the heads, but it should work either way. Okay. Oh, there we go. It works. I wanted the heads to be able to touch the back here. So if I put my brad through the other way, let's say I put this whole thing on this way, the wings, which are these pieces, might get caught. But on this side, you're going to be putting this on another sheet of paper, but you've got foam dots to separate it up. So it should not make all the difference. Okay, so here we have these pieces and they are nice, free flowing, right? They're movable, right? And everything's nice and good. Now we need to attach this to here. So we've already put our brad here. So we're going to open this up. And remember, your brad is in between the sheet of paper. And we're going to pop this in. Make sure my arrow is facing up. But if I'm looking at the back side, so I'm looking at all the wings, I'm good to go. It kind of lets me know, oh yeah, I put this on the right way. So you do want to stamp your little arrow in. Okay, my Brad is like, no, I don't want to listen to you. Why should I listen to you? Because you're, you know, asking me to do something. Like the Brad has a brain. All right, so now this is on here. Use my little tool. Again, I don't want to make this too tight because we want this mechanism to be able to move back and forth. So I'm pull this out and I'm going to check. Does this mechanism move back and forth? Yes. Just like this one did, right? Yes. Now we got to do the connection. So we have this piece and we got to be able to connect. So I'm going to slide this little piece in, pull it up, and we're going to connect it. And again, I want to see all wings, right? Everything here on the back side should all be the wings and nothing should be there. All right, so we're going to line this up and this up, and I need 2 more little brads. I'm going to grab 2 more little brads here. And keep in mind, it's usually not this crazy around here. So if you're just joining me live for the first time, I am so sorry you came in on a day when it's like bananas. So if you notice what I did is I went through here, there, and now I'm going to connect it to here. All right. And I'll explain it again because there's a whole nother side we get to do. Oh, I forgot to put the tool in. Get your tool. Okay. It's just to make sure I don't do it too tight. I have a habit of forgetting. Put the tool in, make a nice in connection, and then pull the tool out. There. And then does that move freely? Yay! Okay. Now, and you don't have to have a ball one. You could use a star. You could use a square. Just make sure they're not have anything big and bulky. Like I have some that have gems on top or like weird stuff on top. So, but the flatter, as Tammy's saying, the better. Okay. So I'm going to pop that up. So try and find brads. So she's saying try and find brads that don't have a large ball type heads. The flatter head of the brad is the better one. Okay, so again, slide this little guy all the way over so as close into the center as possible. Okay, get your brad, and you got to do it through the hole, right? So this is the key thing. Get your brad, poke it through, and then connect the other part. And you might have to slide it back a little bit so that it fits. There we go. Ta-da! All right. All right, so now from the back side, I look identical to the one that I made earlier, right? This is just the one to show you all the guts. And then on the front side, you can see how it's moving back and forth, right? So now this is the same thing on the back side. I've already added pop dots just to make sure that when I add this to here, it has room for all the pieces to move and groove. If I didn't have, and I put way too many pop dots on this one. If I didn't have those pop dots and I put this down, everything would be kind of grinding together and it wouldn't give it room to kind of move around. So now all I need to do is pop these little guys off. So truly, you've done almost all of the card at this point, which is kind of cool. Make sure I have all my little pieces. There we go. And then move the trash. Keep my little tool. I don't want to lose my tool. And then pop this right on here. There we go. Ta-da! And that's like the bulk of your card right there. See? Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. I just think that's so cool. And before I forget and lose on my little bits, I'm going to put these guys back. This goes like this. Let me move this one over. There we go. Just putting all of my little bits away so I don't lose them. She has some really great double-sided tape, so I don't have to worry about it losing, and then everything fits back in here. Now, there's some other parts in here that we didn't use. For instance, there's this piece right here. So let's say you wanted to cut out, I wanted to cut a little piece out of this to make it easier to grab the handle. You totally could do that as well. It doesn't bother me having it stick out. For some people, like, no, it's got to fit in that piece. So you could go up in here and it would totally work. All right. So, and then obviously I didn't use the layered dies because I just used rectangles. Either way would work. So now it's time to, oh, and I don't want to forget my tool. Sticking my little tool in there so I don't lose it. There. So now I don't have to die cut my little tool because it's ready to go. All right. So now all I have to do is put my little guys on there. And then I have my sentiment on the inside and I just have to cut out my crickets because it's already done. So if you put your little guys on here and you don't do anything to help pop them up, they're not going to slide as nicely. So what I like to do is I just take some little foam dots. And these ones came from scrapbook.com. There's a whole bunch of fun shapes. Guys, there's foam pop dots everywhere. You don't want to get some that are too thick, but you don't want to get any that are too thin either. So ones that suit your fancy. whatever works for you. I mean, if you look here, so her foam, she's doubled hers up because she wanted hers a little bit thicker. On this one, this is about a little bit thicker than mine. And on this one, look, this is foam tape and she's doubled it up. So is there a wrong way to do it? If you feel like you're too thin, double it up. So easy. Okay, so now I've got my little foam circles on there. I'm going to pull these pieces off and I'm going to stick my things down. Be very careful. You do not want to make this whole entire thing sticky, okay? Because if you do, they're not going to work, right? So you find the best spot to stick your little guy down. You could, if you wanted to, put a foam dot, but don't take off the other side of the adhesive. So it gives it some room to not stick. Your call if you want to do that or not. And I'll show you what I mean on this one. So for instance, let's say because this one's a little bit taller, this guy's about 3 inches and this one's about 3.5 inches because her hair makes her stand up. Aren't they super cute? I love that. I think those are adorable. And this stamp set that we're playing with right now, here we go, is this guy right here. And here they are. This is the Troll Cricket Fun. Super cute. All right, so if I didn't want to have, so here it is. This is the foam. I'm not taking the sticky side off. It's staying there. And then I put this down and now she's got a little bit of some stability. So, I mean, they're going to kind of stick up a little bit, but she's not going to go too flat because she's got a little foam piece right there. And then now, ta-da, here they go. Dee-dee. Isn't that cute? And there's some really, really cute sayings in here. There is, trolling by to say hi, big hugs. I used "It's Not Summertime" until the crickets sing. So as I open my card up, that's where I'm going to put this little piece. And I ran out of time because I was having mic problems. That's why I was a little late today. Sorry about that. My mics, I had to turn the whole system off and turn it back on again. So, and then I'm just going to do a little fussy cut. I love my hingy scissors for fussy cutting. They're great. All right, so should have done this ahead of time, but grin and bear with it, right? Today's been the day of like fiasco dog, and we now have 2 foster dogs until their owners come and get them. And I got to hunt down that text to be like, hey guys, we got your dogs again. And the stupid part is I think these dogs have escaped out of their backyard probably about 6 times now. All right, so we're going to put a little cricket. Here, we'll put him right here. It's a good spot for him. There he is, little cricket. Because now the cricket sing kind of makes fun. It makes sense. So there it is, a cute little card. I love it with a little mushroom background. So much fun. They're so cute. So this is just other versions of the same card. You can go horizontal, you can go vertical, you can use the die that comes with it. You can do whatever. You could even make this part of a slim line. There is another one that we have that's the design team that she sent me a whole bunch of the amazing cards that is the long cards, the slim line, and she added this as at the bottom part of the slim line. So it's really, really cute. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Sorry about the crazy chaos. It was like madhouse around here. Go figure. It's been quiet and chill all day. And as soon as I go live, bam. At least it was just when I'm not having another client. Like I don't have, like I'm not Skyping or like not Skyping, but I'm not dual streaming with somebody else. So all this week, I've been doing booth tours with a whole bunch of amazing companies. We started out with TLC Designs on Sunday. And heads up, that video on Sunday, if you will go back and watch that video and leave a comment, there was a question. You have to go watch the video to find out the question. There was a question. If you leave an answer to that question, you have until Saturday to leave a comment on that question, and you have a chance to win a $20 gift card from TLC Designs. So go back on Sunday, check it out. It's the virtual booth tour. You're going to see a whole bunch of amazing products, including some of the stamps and dies I have used today. And also, well, you've seen the example of this particular die, but there's a whole bunch of other amazing products that she has. So please go check those out. Leave a comment on that. We also have, and of course I put it away. Maybe I can scrounge for it real fast. I'm going to dig in my box of stuff. I have to show you. She's so cute. I should have had this prepared. You want to wave hi? Here, you come wave hi while I find the image. Here's my daughter. She's right here. You want to talk? Oh, tell them what you did today. Well, I find it because I can't find it.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you go today?
My friends had an extra ticket to go to the Jurassic Park, and they wanted to take one of their friends. And
so what was this Jurassic Park thing that you're talking about?
And at the Jurassic Park thing, I can go get the cup right now.
So it was like a drive-through for spring break, and you stay in your cart and you drive through kind of like a park, and they have where they dressed up in like the big like blow up looking costumes.
There's just plastic robots.
Oh, well, come here and talk to them.
There's plastic robots, and they're moving around, and they put speakers. And
Oh, they're like animatronic.
yes.
Cool.
And there was a audio where you listen on YouTube, and we had to put that on. It told us to pause and play when it was time.
Cool. Okay.
And
I'm going to show them this real fast. We're going to finish your story in a minute, but before everybody gets off, this is the freebie. Thank you very much, Catherine. While she helped me out. This is the freebie you can get over at TLC Designs. It's not colored, but we are going to be creating with this freebie on Saturday at my new series with TLC Designs. It's my very first guest called Erin Makes with TLC Designs with Tammy Louise. And this is what we're going to create with. We're both going to be creating at the same time, but what we create is going to look totally different because we're both very different creators. And that's kind of the point, to show you how different with the same product, you can make all different kinds of creative projects. You can do cards, you can do tags, and it's all with the same thing. So you can get this freebie. You can get this freebie as well right now over on her site. It is available until Saturday. And also, come Saturday, because there's even more giveaways. We'll be live on Saturday at noon Central, and we have some fun giveaways to do on that first amazing premiere episode of Erin Makes With. All right, do you want to come finish your story?
Yeah.
Okay. She dies. She loves coming on this. So I hope you guys don't mind. My daughter's coming to tell us about her amazing spring break day.
And
What'd you get?
Prizes, and they got a water bottle, which is like has a little alligator on the top.
We thought it was funny because we was like, but it's dinosaurs, but I got an alligator.
Yes.
Close enough, right?
Yes.
And then you got a poster.
And then I got a dinosaur poster
And a bag.
and a sling bag.
Very cool.
I'll be right back.
Oh,
I'm gonna go get this sling bag.
This is our show and tell. We don't get out much. So, and our neighbors, our generous neighbors said, hey, I understand you're working. You've got a lot going on this week. You're trying to do all these shows and everything else. And so they very graciously, because it was a drive-through, you stay in your car. And so here's the bag she got. It's called Jurassic Quest.
Yes.
So I guess they're timing it to do it for spring breaks where you can keep safe and you stay in your car. And, who doesn't love a little, thingy? So thank you guys so much for bearing with the craziness that happened here today. We'll still plug on through. Sorry about the mess. It is life. This is what virtual life and being home with the kids and spring break and the wonderfulness of being mom and being my own business owner and doing all this. This is what life is like, right? But we roll with it. So please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, Erin Reed Makes, on Facebook and YouTube. You can also find me on I want to say Pinterest, but sorry, Instagram, Pinterest, and also I'm kind of on Twitter, but not really. But also my website, Erin Reed Makes. You can check out TLC Designs at her site, TLC Designs. She is on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube. I think I said that already. And also her store, TLC Designs. Links are down below where you can get all the products that we talked about. And please don't forget to come back for the next few days and join me. Plus, this is another big special event that I want to announce. Friday night, we're having an after party. I have 10 people. They have all confirmed. It is amazing. These are all people that attended and went to Creativation 2021. We're all going to come on here and do like a live Zoom of sorts. So I have 10 people, including myself, and we're all going to have like an after party chat, which is what we normally would have done if we were at the show. We would have all gotten together and had drinks or gone to dinner and talked about how the show went. Well, now we're going to do it live with you guys. So just to name drop a few people that are coming, I've got Seth Apter coming, Rita Barricat's coming, I've got Ann Butler is coming, I've got Eileen Hull is coming, I've got the owner of Trinity Stamps, where we did her booth tour today. She's coming because she was a vendor at the show. We also have, not a vendor, but a booth person at the show. And so many more. Some people you may not even heard of, some people that are like, I have A.V. Perkins. She was one of the MCs for the entire show. She is coming as well. And also the keynote speaker of the show is coming as well, Joe Rotella. So huge lineup of people. I hope you come. Oh, and also Kim Evans from Emerald Creek. Yay. So please join us on Friday at 7 p.m. live Central, and you will enjoy lots of fun. It'll be open for comments because we are live. You guys can ask questions and have a total blast. So have an amazing day, be creative, and be safe. Bye, everybody.